maybe. What do you do?
I'm like capacity builder in Spark, which I kind of represent 30,000 residents. So I'm not a direct carer, but caring in some sort of way.
That's brilliant. Carer. Okay, alright. Okay, so I've got some questions here. Alright, what we're going to do is just kind of collate your responses to the questions. So, thinking about these a bit more generically, what are the everyday problems, in your opinion, that carers face?
Are you going to film one?
Everyday problem.
You don't get much of a break to look after yourself, basically.
Alright.
You're more concerned about
Don't use that one.
Do you want to write that down then? So write that down on your post-it note. Okay, so no time to look after yourself. Yeah. Alright. Anybody else? And if you can shout them out as well as just writing them down, because that often prompts other people to think of things.
I find it difficult to communicate with my mother. Just actually, we speak the same language, but she actually had a stroke, and a lot of times she mumbles.
Yeah.
And when she's a good time, I can understand it. On the bad times,
So communicating with the person you're caring for.
just because she actually got a problem with the brain, because of the, I think the stroke is inside.
Yeah, she's got a dysphasia.
Yeah, he says they say the Parkinson or is a vascular damage.
Alright.
Just, every so often I just couldn't understand.
So, okay, that's good. Write that down. Yeah. Any other ideas? Any other issues? And write them down. If there's a lot. I mean, you must have loads. You represent all of those people.
I mean, supporting where to go, not sure where to get some help from. Some of them don't even know this place exists. I mean, they can't pick up the phone call to ask for help from someone really quickly. I mean, all these little things, and what you were saying earlier on with those models, if they've got access to some of those, virtual learning centres, then that's something that they can get access to at a click of a button rather than having to wait on a phone call.
So it's about being aware of support mechanisms.
That's right.
It's about signposting.
Write that down if you want to
Signposting.
get it. Signposting. Is that the council name for it?
That sort of stuff really coming into focus now.
Yeah.
Because people are picking it up, people like myself, who are pushing these things forward because we've been through it. The strange thing was, really, is after a while you get a sort of weariness. I don't know whether you understand weariness. It's a total tiredness that you can't get out of. It's hard to break it until they pass away or leave you, or they go in a home or something. But if they go in a home and looked after by somebody else, you're still the carer, and you're still, it's like Mansell here, you're still part of that. You don't get away from it.
Do you two know each other?
Yeah.
How do you know each other?
Well, we do like in our spare time we do like charity work to keep our minds occupied. Because as a carer, caring is not seen as a profession out there. So if our caring role ever stopped, and if you go for a job out there, we don't think go back home because you haven't been doing anything. So you have to occupy your time. And so what we basically do is like charity work. Like I work for the National Deaf Society, I don't get paid for it.
Is that how you met?
We met through education and other charities.
Yeah, through
But we are involved in a lot
And
of...
the kids.
So is it nice that you know him, and is it nice that you know him? Yeah. So there's a friendship there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So does that help with your your weariness? Does that help at times?
It does now, yeah, because I've come out of it. My wife passed away, so I've come out of that.
Would you write that down then? Have you written that down?
I don't know, to write it down.
Do you want me to do it?
Anyway, yeah.
Since I've been coming here, I believe that I am not the youngest carer.
Sorry.
Potentially. And what I see, carers that are actually way older than me, what they're going through, I don't want to go through the same symptoms.
Well, we try to help people, don't we, by telling them, don't we, as much as we
Yeah,
can.
and the best way is, like, for instance, like if you're sending the person that you care for into a day centre, then you've got more time on your hand, but to have a break. And you can do something for yourself.
So, so just trying to think, are there any other key dates? You mentioned signposting, which is a massive issue. Some of the issues are being more personal and you know, kind of specific to the people that you care for. Are there any other kind of real challenges that you think that carers have to face every day?
Like I'm also the carers champion as well, and I actually go out and where I can, I talk to people about. It's basically like signposting, but you until you've actually been through it yourself, people ain't gonna listen to you.
So do you agree with his point? What's your name? Sorry.
Zubair. Zubair.
Briefly agree with this point, but not all of it, because the only thing is why most people, when you do signposting, they're not even bother, and I would say over about 75 to 80% of the people ain't gonna bother.
Even when they've got the information?
Yeah, because it's like,
why won't they bother?
Because it's just basically getting off their backside and they're not willing to do that, because they've been, the way they are, obviously they're just like what you call narrow-minded. If you're narrow-minded, then you're going to stay in your corner until you get...
Can you write that down for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so write down, maybe, in your opinion, there's an element out there that might be, entrenched in a certain behaviour, not motivated to make change. Then that's a good point, that's a good perspective.
Sorry, were we talking about healers there?
This good point. I think that I quite agree with the signposting bit, because a few years back, we're actually looking after people in our own house, and we're struggling. We couldn't get any help until one day someone actually mentioned, why? Because you've struggled that much. It's about 5-6 years, and we just argue every day. And they give me the first command, they knew about it. They said, why do you not talk to someone? Like someone is signposting. Okay. Once we actually got to talk to someone, then everything starts with begin of this journey. And now we find time to ourselves.
So it's a bit of relief for you then as a carer.
We talk about 5-6 years on our own, two of us. And we actually got a breakdown. We argue in such a way that let's separate and say, you look after your mom and do this and that. Sample is very important, and what the other gentleman said, I told him it's very bad.
That's fine.
Because I had to give up my civil service career for my mum, basically.
Yeah.
And I've got lots of family members that have, because they're married and have kids and all that, and they've got responsibility where they could have helped me in some way or format, or they could have even basically looked after my mum. And where I had to make a contribution, I could have done that and still had a full-time job. But basically what it was, they were not getting off the back. Right, and because I've been forced into that position, so any decisions I make, they may not like it, but they don't, because they don't make a contribution towards my mom, I just isolate them. And basically, when my mom goes to a day centre, and if they don't like it when they're visiting my mom, and my mom basically is not home, and I said, that's tough. If you were there, I wouldn't have to give up my career.